Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram Jaya Sitaram, Sitaram Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, Sitaram, Sitaram Jaya Sitaram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Namaste Narasimhaya Daladayine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Shilatankanakalahaye Ito Nrsimha Parato Nrsimha Yato Yato Yami Tato Nrsimha Bahir Nrsimha Hridaye Nrsimha Nrsimhamadim Sharanam Prabhade Avakara Kamalavare Nakam Adhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanabringa Keshavadeta Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Avakara Kamalavare Nakam Adhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanabringa Keshavadeta Naraharirupa Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Jagadesha Hare Jai Shavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शताष्ट श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नित्य लीला प्रविष्णु ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ षट गोस्वामी की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड श्री गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। The most merciful Lordship श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी की जय। परम करुणा श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्र महारानी की जय। श्री राम नवमी महा महोत्सव की जय। श्री राम नवमी महा महोत्सव की जय। श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन की जय। युगधर्म श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। श्री हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे हरे। राम राम महोत्सव की भगवान रामचंद्र जी की Thank you so much for joining us this evening on this very, very auspicious occasion. I hope you had an opportunity to do the Abhishek and take blessings of Lord Shri Ram in Sita Mataji. Without going into the details, I would like to invite our guest speaker, His Grace Balram Prabhu. Please make some space here so that we can put the Vyasasana there. Just make sure that your cell phones are switched off. And if you have kids with you, please make sure that they are quiet, they are not disturbing the class. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी श्री श्री किशोर किशोरी की, श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की, श्री राम नवमी महामहोत्सव की, कलयुग पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Hare Krishna. So on this most auspicious occasion of Shri Ram Navami, we seek the blessings of Srila Prabhupada and our previous acharyas so that we can celebrate this festival in the proper mood. These festivals are especially important for all of us because this festival gives us an opportunity to come together and collectively glorify and hear about the Supreme Lord. I want to give one warning before I start. Wherever Ram Katha is going on, Hanuman is there. And he especially guards the gate. So, if anybody wants to leave and go, just a warning. Because he does not like people living in the middle of Ram Katha. And that also applies to cell phones. If it goes off in the middle, there may be some casualties. So, just some warning. I know most of us are fasting. So, between prasadam and a devotee, I am here. So, please tolerate me for some time. As I was explaining, Srila Prabhupada set up this institution primarily for purifying our hearts. We could come together like this, chant, glorify, and become cleansed of all the dirty things that we are carrying for so many lifetimes. So although I'm sitting here and speaking, honestly I have no qualification, but somehow the authorities requested me to speak, so I'll try to speak something from Valmiki Ramayana. Chanakya Pandit, Prabhupada used to often quote him. He says, Pratah dvita prasangena, madhyana stri prasangata, ratro chaura prasangena, kalo gacchati dhimata. A wise, intelligent person should spend his day this way. Prato dvita prasangena. In the morning hours, we should discuss about gambling. Madhyana stri prasangena. In the afternoon, we should discuss about women. Ratro chaura prasangena. And in the evening, we should discuss about thieves. Kalo gacchati dhimata. Sounds very interesting, isn't it? So what does it mean by discussing gambling in the morning? Discussing gambling means discussing Mahabharata, the great war that took place among Pandavas and Kauravas. Madhyana Stri Prasangena. What does it mean by discussing about women in the afternoon? It means discussing from Ramayana. In Ramayana, it's primarily centered around one person, that is Sita. Then there is Tataka, there is Ahalya, Shabri, so many different women. So we should discuss about them in the afternoon. Ratrav, Chaura Prasangena. In the evening, discuss about thieves. And who is the greatest of all thieves? Krishna. So in the evening, we should discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. Kalo Gacchati Dhimatan. This is how an intelligent person spends his day. So Valmiki Ramayana consists of 24,000 verses. And we have about 40 minutes to speak. So in Kali Yuga, everything is like condensed, like shortcut. So to speak 24,000 verses is not easy. I have no capacity. But Prabhupada is to explain that if you have a sugarcane candy, no matter what side you bite, it's going to be sweet. So no matter what section of Ramayana you pick, it's going to be sweeter. And to relish Krishna Katha, it's not an easy task. Why? Because our minds are so disturbed. Like we are in the middle of the week, right? Most of us thinking about our work. Tomorrow I have to go to work. I have to spend the rest of the week. So much goes on in our mind. And while all these things happening, we are supposed to focus about something that happened in a different yuga. How is it possible? And especially, most of us don't even believe, right? Whenever they talk about Ramayana or Mahabharata, it's mythology. Krishna comes like in a human form. What's the difference between Krishna and us? One time in Bombay, one life member approached Srila Prabhupada. He said, Krishna is so powerful. But when you look at Krishna on the altar, it does not look that powerful. He's holding a flute and he's having a nice time. So he said, Prabhupada, we should install Virat Roop in all our temples. Because Virat Roop, those of you who have studied Bhagavatam, or in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna showed his Virat form. Huge. We can naturally feel power and awe. Oh, he is God. So Prabhupada looked at him and said, if you install Virat Roop, first of all you have to find space. Second thing, how are you going to dress the deity of Virat Roop? And third thing, what kind of bhoga you want to offer to Virat Roop? So Prabhupada explained to this gentleman that Krishna or Krishna's any incarnation when they appear, they could perform the same task. One time, one Srila Prabhupada's disciple in the early days, they had heard about Krishna's power and they had heard this pastime of Krishna lifting Govardhan when he was only 7-year-old boy. So they thought Krishna might be a very powerful, very muscular person. So this Mataji, she did a painting of Krishna lifting Govardhan with huge, Krishna had huge muscles and he looked like a sumo wrestler, and he's lifting Govardhan. So Prabhupada said, what is this? So Prabhupada, this is Krishna lifting Govardhan. And Krishna is all powerful, so we are demonstrating his power. Prabhupada laughed, Prabhupada chuckled for some time, but then Prabhupada said, that's not how Krishna is. Krishna could be that same tender-limbed, soft, butter-like makhanchor, but yet he can lift the Govardhan. So when we see God or when we approach God, naturally there is awe and reverence. But when we see God in this form or in the form of Lord Ram, it's difficult to digest. But when we hear about their activities, so I was talking about how to absorb in Krishna's pastimes, in Lord Ram's pastimes. we have to get familiarized with the energies of the Lord. Now just imagine if a person, like the president of some country, just walks in and he takes a seat in the back. We have never heard about him. Most of the time we may not even give him a seat, right? Because we don't know about that person. But the moment somebody says, oh, he's a president of such and such country, so naturally everybody gets, oh, please, have a seat, we'll garland them, we'll do all kinds of things. Why? Because we immediately become familiarized with the opulence and the energy of that person. So similarly, Ram or Krishna, if we want to become absorbed, we have to hear about the Lord's opulence, the Lord's powers. This is an important point. So, we'll try to do that this evening. That's why I said that please make sure your cell phones are off and just keep your mind focused. The message is important, not because I'm speaking. The message is powerful, the message is all purifying. If you hear attentively, we can walk out of this place after the festival is over, fully nourished, spiritualized and purified. So please pay attention. So Valmiki Ramayana begins with an inquiry from Valmiki. Valmiki Muni approaches Narad Muni, spiritual master, and he says, my dear Guru Maharaj, who is the person with full of good virtues, powerful, grateful, truthful, determined, and amongst all, very compassionate? Please tell me about this person who is exemplary, who works for the good of others, who is wise, who is competent. This is the inquiry put in front of Narad Muni. Narad Muni was ecstatic. So Narad Muni began this condensed version of Ramayana, about 30 verses, the beginning of Ramayana, Balakanda. There he is explaining that such person lives today, and that person is Lord Shri Ram. He is the king of Ayodhya. And then Narad Muni goes on reciting the summarized version of Ramayana, what all happened, how Dashrath Maharaj didn't have a son, then he prayed, and the whole story in a condensed version. Just by hearing this, Valmiki became very ecstatic. He became so ecstatic that he could not take this remembrance of the Lord from his heart. So with his disciple Bharadwaj, they went to a nearby lake, Tamasa lake, and there they decided to take a bath. And they're inquiring, they're talking about what they had just heard from Narad Muni. So just at that time, an episode takes place. In a distance, Valmiki ji sees there are two birds on the tree, Krauncha birds. Today we can call them like cranes. They were on the bird, a male and female bird, engaged in some passionate activity. And Valmiki's attention went towards that. So while he was thinking, suddenly he saw an arrow came from the south direction and hit the male Krauncha bird. And the bird just fell on the ground, blood all over, and the female bird totally in agony and was almost in tears. Valmiki Muni instantly recited a curse. Now pay careful attention to this. He spoke a curse. Ma nishat pratishtam tamagama shashvata hi sahi yat kraucha mitunadi kama mohitam. Ma nishad, oh nishada, oh sinful soul, may you die. May you die because you have killed an innocent bird who were engaged in some passionate activities. Now right after that he pronounced his curse because the thoughtful he was. He started thinking, how have I done this? I am a Muni. I'm supposed to be self-controlled. Why did I get so agitated? Why I became so angry and said this? So he just kept reciting this verse. Manishat Pratishtam Tamagama. He kept saying. What happened? His disciple Bharadwaj Muni, who was next to him, he was stunned. He said the meter in which he recited this curse, so-called curse, was one of the best poetic words that were ever composed. But it came in the form of a curse. So both he and his disciple kept reciting this. Manishat, because it's beautiful. But in the heart he was feeling that, why did I say this? Why did I curse that Nishada? I didn't have to do that. So his mind was little in anguish. He was thinking, what I just did. Just at that time, Brahma appeared. Brahma appeared on the scene on his swan carrier, and he said, Valmiki ji, don't be in so much anxiety. Please don't be in so much anxiety, because this verse that you just spoke, it was inspired by my consort Saraswati. We would like you to compose Ramayana. We would like you to compose Ramayana in the same poetic meters that you just pronounced this curse. And you have our full blessings. And Brahma left. So now Valmiki is thinking, how is it going to be possible? So he again goes to that lake, and there it is explained that he got the full vision of the entire pastimes of Lord Ram. And that's when he composed 24,000 verses. It is interesting, the Gayatri mantra that we chant, it consists of 24 syllables. And it is explained that every 1,000 verse from Ramayana, the first verse begins with this syllable, 24 syllables. It begins with each of the syllables of Gayatri mantra. Quite interesting. And ultimately what this Gayatri mantra does, it invokes the presiding deity, Smarsi, presiding deity of sun god, Surya Narayan. And Lord Ramachandra appeared in the Surya Vamsha, the sun dynasty. So, Lord Ram, when Valmiki ji composed Ramayana, Lord Ram was 40 years old. Just to give you a little background, Valmiki Ramayana does not touch upon so much details about Lord Ram's childhood pastimes. There is about 6 or 7 verses, like he is 1 year, and in 7 verses he becomes 12 years. So our acharyas explain that Ram specifically came to exhibit certain opulence, certain qualities. We hear Maryada Purushottam, right? One of his qualities is that he is an ideal leader, an ideal king, an ideal brother, an ideal, husband. So Valmiki didn't spend too much time discussing his childhood things. He went straight to the point. Here is what Ram came, and he demonstrated that through the wonderful writings that he did. In case of our Lord Shri Krishna, there are 47 chapters in Bhagavatam just talks about his childhood pastimes. And on top of a commentary from our acharyas talking about his Bal Leela. So, when Krishna appears as Vamana Dev, right, he shows his majestic form, he expands. When Krishna appears as Kurma Dev, there is a specific rasa, there is a specific task he does. When he comes as Ram, very obedient, very idle, no mischief. But when Krishna comes, freestyle, right? He says something but he'll do something else. That's Krishna. Purna Purushottam. He does all kinds of activities, but when he comes in a specific role, in the case of Lord Ram, he is performing a particular task that he wants the whole world to know so they can live by his example. So it's a long story. So as I said, I'll pick and choose different pastimes. So Dasharath Maharaj had 353 wives. 3 wives we all know, Kaushalya, Kaikeyi and Sumitra. Now the other 350 wives, it's very interesting how he married them. In a Valmiki Ramayana describes in a very unusual situation. So we all know that how Parashuram was so upset with the Kshatriya race. So wherever he saw Kshatriyas, he used to just, that's it, chop their head off and kill them. So he was like on a marathon, just going and killing all the Kshatriyas. But Parashuram had made a point that only in these two circumstances he was not going to kill the king. And what were those two circumstances? One circumstance was if the king is involved in some very closely associating with his wife. When he approaches him, that time he will not touch the king. The second thing, if the king is marrying, if he comes there and he sees the king getting married, he will not touch the king. He will spare the king's life. So when Parshuram came to Ayodhya, Dasharath Maharaj knew this. So every time he heard the news Parshuram is coming to kill him, he used to sit and get from Mataji, get married. So like this, 350 times Parshuram came to him to kill him. And that's why he got married 350 times. Again, this is Lord Ram's father, Figure it out, why Parshuram will want to kill his father. But that time he had made a vow. Any Kshatriya race that I see in the planet, I am going to kill them. So among these 353 wives, 3 wives are prominent, which we all know. Kaikai, Kaushalya and Sumitra. So, fast forward the story, how Dasharath Maharaj was trying to get a son and he was not able to get a son. Then they perform a big sacrifice. The priest was Rishi Shinga, another beautiful story. And then how he performed the sacrifice, and from the sacrifice came a demigod with a golden pot, and they distributed the kheer, the sweet rice, to all the 3 queens. And then Ram appeared. So it is explained Ram came for 4 reasons. It's very important for us to know, so we can meditate on this point. Why did Ram come? So Lord Ram came for 4 reasons. One reason was obvious, he came to kill Ravana. Everybody awake? Okay. He came to kill Ravana. Second reason, as he explains in Bhagavad Gita, Paritrānaya sadhunam vināṣāya ca duṣkritam. He came to protect the devotees and annihilate those people or those demons who are disturbing the devotees. Third reason is very interesting. It is explained that one time, this is in the spiritual world, Lakshmi ji is having a conversation with Vishnu. She is saying that, my dear Lord, I am trying to serve you for so many years. And in the service I am seeing that we don't have any privacy. People are coming from all directions offering these prayers to you, and anytime I want to do some private talk, your devotees are always there. And among all of them, this Anantashesh is constantly watching. I need some privacy. So Lakshmi ji, she spots a young couple, married couple in the earthly realm. You should see. And this couple was in the house having a nice discussion. She said, see, I want to do that. So Lord Vishnu said, okay, it's time for me to go down anyways, as Lord Ram. So we'll go. And we'll spend some time and we will be happy. So they came, descended as Ram and Sita. Now with the 350 mother-in-laws their mother Sita had, there was still no privacy. Every time she wanted to talk to Ram, some mother-in-law would come and say, oh Sita ji, come on, let's do this, let's do that. So she felt, okay, I came here with a purpose, I brought my Lord down, but here also have no privacy. So where did they really get the privacy? 14 years in the forest. Third reason why Lord Ram appeared. Fourth reason, another interesting reason. Lord Brahma, the beginning of creation, he was worshipping this deity of Lord Ranganath for thousands of years. Thousands of years he was worshipping the deity of Lord Ranganath, and after that he gave this deity to one great king named Ikshwaku, who was coming from the Surya dynasty. And King Ikshwaku served and worshipped the Lord Ranganath for thousands of years. And then eventually Dashrath Maharaj got the deity of Lord Ranganath and worshipped him. Now Dashrath Maharaj was always busy doing something or the other. So Lord Ranganath was not very happy with the service that was offered to him at Ayodhya. So he decided, let me come down and worship myself. Now this is not to be taken misunderstood, because I worship myself, Lord does it, I can also do. So that's why Lord Ram came, and Lord Ram took the worship of Lord Ranganath. And this deity still exists, by the way. If you go to Srirangam, and in fact it is explained that the Lord Ranganath's face is exactly how Lord Ram's face was. So if you ever want to see how Lord Ram looked, you should go and see Lord Ranganath. How many of you have been to Lord Ranganath's temple? If not, you should go. Very beautiful deity. So this is the fourth reason why Lord Ram appeared. So there is, as I said, there is not much information about Lord's childhood pastime, but there is, in Kamba Ramayana, there is one episode which explains one of the reasons why Lord Ram was cursed. Cursed in the sense why he was banished the forest. It's a very sweet pastime. One time Lord Ram, he was 5 years old. Ram, Lakshman, Bharat and Shatrughna, they were playing outside the house, outside the palace. And then there was a mud puddle. So they were very happy. So they just jumped and they got themselves all dirty. And they made some nice, balls from the mud and started throwing at each other. Sometimes we see kids do that. Everything has a connection with the Lord. Every sports that we play here, Krishna has already done it. So then from the first floor, their mothers see that. And they say, what are you doing? You are prince. How can you do this? How can you play in the dirty mud like that? So they came down. And Lord Ram said, okay, now we'll attack our mothers. So they took those mud puddles and they started throwing at their mothers. Naturally, the mothers were very happy, but at the same time, they are queens and they were a little embarrassed. So just at that time, Kaikeyi's assistant, who was Kaikeyi's assistant? We should know that, because she lives in our heart. So, Manthara, she was walking with a hunchback lady, she was walking there. So Lord Ram said, I'm going to play some prank with her. Because, she was very arrogant and very short-tempered. So Lord Ram took a bow, an arrow, and the tip of the arrow, he put this, ball of mud. And then he took an aim and shot at the hunchback of Manthara. And everybody was laughing. Even Kaikeyi was laughing, Kausha was laughing. But there was one person who was not laughing. That was Manthara. She got so offended. Since the time Lord Ram was born, she hated Ram. So now this added more insult to the injury. So she became so upset, she started, because he's a prince, but she couldn't say, but the Kaikeyi came there and Kaikeyi pacified her. But still in her heart she felt that one day I'm going to take revenge on Lord Ram. And it took her 20 years, she was burning because of this insult. 5 years. So I was explaining, Lord Ram, when Ramayana was written, was 40 years. When Lord Ram was married, he got married, he was 12 years old. So he lived with his wife Sita in the palace for 12 years. So when he was 25 years old, he was banished to the forest. So, the time that we have, I was thinking we will briefly discuss some pastimes that depicts Lord Ram's wonderful qualities. Because as I explained, if we want to really observe ourselves and really meditate on Lord Ram's pastime, we have to know what is he capable of. Right? When we introduce ourselves, we introduce our name and the degrees that we have, the educational qualifications, and if you are not really modest, you can start speaking all the good things you have done in your life. As devotees, we don't do that. But so here, we need to know Lord Ram's glories. So there is a beautiful verse in Ramayana which explains the beautiful qualities of Ram. It says, Sri Rama Sharanam Samasta Jagatam. Sri Ram is the shelter of all the living entities. Ramam Vina Kagati. Without Ram, there is no direction. Ramena Pratihante Kalimalam Ramaya Karamam Nama. In the age of Kali, when everybody is afflicted with the disease of fault finding, criticism, to commit all kinds of sinful activities, when we take shelter of Ram, when we take shelter of Ram's name, we can get purified. So that's why devotees pray, Rame Bhaktir Akhandita Bhavatum Ram Tvama Eva Ashraya. Devotees pray that, my dear Lord Ram, you are our only shelter. Please keep us engaged in your loving devotional service. Now, as I said, Ram appeared as a human being, and which could be very easily misunderstood. Right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Avajananti Mamuda Manushim Tanum Ashritam. One time Akshananda Swami, he approached Srila Prabhupada. He said, Srila Prabhupada, I heard Ram ate meat. My dear Srila Prabhupada, I heard that Lord Ram ate meat. Prabhupada looked at him and said, if Ram wants, he can eat you. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. How can you compare ourselves with Ram? That is why our Acharya says, do not imitate Krishna or Ram's actions. Follow Krishna or Ram's instructions. The instructions that Krishna is giving in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam, we are supposed to follow that, not Krishna's action or Ram's action. But still Ram, actually going back, throughout Ram's life, he never hurt anybody other than this one pastime that we saw. Never you will see, there is any, black mark on Lord Ram's character. Perfect husband, perfect brother, perfect son. Everything was perfect. So, it is explained that one of Lord Ram's quality is his Ruchira. Ruchira means Lord Ram personality is very pleasing. He is very attractive. One of the opulence that Lord Ram exhibits is this opulence of beauty. And we can see when Lord Ram was going to Dandakaranya forest, there was some rishis. They were so attracted to see Ram, they wanted to have a conjugal relationship with Lord Ram. And Lord Ram said, first of all, I am married, I have one wife and I have taken a vow, I am not going to get married. In my next incarnation, I will come as Krishna. And there you can appear as gopis and we will have a nice loving pastime. Ruchira. So they were attracted by Lord Ram pleasing personality. Another personality who got attracted by Lord Ram's beauty was Surpanaka. She was the younger sister of the great Ravana. Ravana, the name itself makes us feel, Ravana means one who causes somebody to cry. That's the name of Ravana, right? So when you say Ravana, it's like everybody wakes up. Ram, okay, we'll fall asleep. That's what happens when you chant, right? Doesn't mean you should chant Ravana's name. We are trying. So Surpanaka, one day she was flying in the air, and from a distance she saw in this forest these two wonderful personalities. And they were so attractive that she could not resist. She became so attractive that she came down there and she forgot to change her form. She was ugly looking. Demons, how they look. Today, demons do all kinds of makeup, we can find out. But she was so ugly looking. Valmiki Ramayana explains that her hair was, coppered, her eyes were like, deep dark well, her skin was black. She looked ugly. And she had a benediction to change the form at her will. So because she got so attracted to Lord Ram, she forgot to change her form and she came and appeared in front of Lord Ram. Oh, handsome one. I have never seen a person like you in this whole planet. Please give me your parichay. Who are you? I have a deep, burning desire in my heart to enjoy with you. And she forgot that she has not changed her form because she is thinking she is still beautiful. So Lord Ram gives his introduction. I am Dashrathi Nandan, the eldest son of Dashrath Maharaj. And I see, although you are like a prince, you are a king, but you are dressed like a mendicant. And you have a bow and arrow with you. Lord Ram said, I was banished from my kingdom. And he gives a reason. So Lord Ram, oh beautiful lady, what is your parichay? So Shurpanaka goes, I am the most powerful demon that exists in this planet. I am the sister of Ravana. So she got a lot of pride, That's what demons are, right? I mean, they feel so much connected, they feel so much proud about their dynasty. So she was so proud. And said, let's not waste any time in this introduction. Let us go and enjoy. And I'm so powerful, we can go and fly up in there, we can go to any planets, and let just you and me enjoy. So Lord Ram said, hey Surpanake, oh beautiful limbed lady, please forgive me. I have taken a vow that I am only going to get married to one person. And my wife is already here. If I get married to you, you will become my co-wife. And the beauty personified that you are, why you want to become co-wife? Instead, I suggest you go and approach my brother Lakshman. His wife is not here. You please go and approach him, and he's as good as and beautiful as me. In fact, he's more powerful than me. Lakshman is standing nearby. I said, what is my brother doing? So she approached Lakshman. Oh, I see that you are also very beautiful. Yeah, I don't want to be with that person. He's already got a wife. But let you and me go and enjoy. So Lakshman again makes some sarcastic remark. Same thing, like following in the footsteps of his brother. Oh, beautiful. Oh, charming personality. I want to tell you something. I am a servant of Lord Ram. Das. If you marry me, you will become Dasi. And for a wonderful person as you are, why you want to become Dasi? So now Surpanaka understood that these people are playing games with me. So she saw that the root cause of all this problem was Sita. So she screamed at both of them and said, because of this ugly woman, you are not marrying a person as me. Let me go and eat this woman. So right at that time she approached to catch Sita. Lord Ram warns Lakshman, and Lakshman takes his sword and cuts off Surpanaka's nose and ears. So in that bleeding state she runs away. She runs away. She goes to her brother and tells the whole story. And then we know what happened. So even after that, Surpanaka was so enchanted by the beauty of Lord Ram, she could not give up this thought of Lord Ram's from her heart. So Garga Samhita explains that she went to Vrindavan she went to Vrindavan to perform austerities. For thousands and thousands of years, he stayed there and he performed austerity, became completely purified. Then the Lord appeared to her. He said, I am completely pleased with your austerity, and now that you are completely purified, in my next life, you will appear as Kubja. You will appear as Kubja, and I will come and satisfy your desire in that life. Ruchira. Lord's pleasing personality, even demons get attracted. So if we are not getting attracted to Lord Ram, what does it tell about us? We are worse than demons. So now you have to decide. Get attracted or become worse than demons. Even Surpanaka, a terrible Rakshashi, she got attracted. Ruchira, that is one of Lord's opulence, very pleasing. One other opulence or quality of Lord is He is Suchi. He is pure. This pure has two definitions. One is one who can deliver others from all sins and all impurities, and other aspect is anything that he does not cause any sin or reaction. So one time Lord Ram was passing through the forest and they came across the ashram of Gautama. So Valmiki Muni, there he recited this story of Gautam Rishi, what has happened. So in the beginning of creation, Lord Brahma created all men. And there was one lady he created. Her name was Ahalya. Ahalya means one with a spotless character, one who is very beautiful. So when Brahma created this personality, our friend Indra thought, I am the rightful person to get married to Ahalya. So Brahma gave Ahalya to Gautam Rishi. He said, you please take care of her for some time till I find a suitable match. So from the heavenly planets, all the demigods are waiting, she belongs to me, especially Indra. So then Brahma was so pleased with Gautama that he made Ahalya marry Gautam Rishi. But Indra became so angry. He could not resist that here is a person, a rishi is getting married to such a beautiful person. What is he going to do with her? So he disguised himself as Gautam Rishi and he came to the ashram of Gautam Rishi and enjoyed with Ahalya. And Ahalya knew that this is not my husband. But because she also felt so proud that look at my beauty, that even the king of heaven is attracted to my beauty. So she enjoyed with her. Just when Indra was leaving from there, Gautam Rishi came. And he was so upset, he cursed, you wretched fool, you rascal. I curse you that your throne will always be unstable. In fact, in the future, any person who commits illicit sexual activities, you will get 50% of that sin. But he was so disturbed by this. So what have I done? And he left from there. Then he approached Lord Vishnu and he minimized his sin. But then Gautam Rishi cursed his wife Ahalya that because you have acted improperly, you become a stone forever. But then when Ahalya pleaded with him that please minimize this curse, he said, okay, one day Lord Ram will personally come here and deliver you. So the stone was lying there. And Vishwamitra Muni narrated the story and told Ram that you please touch. So Lord Ram touched the stone Ahalya with his foot and she came back. And then Gautam Rishi came. He had gone to Himalayas doing his austerities. Then he came back and then he met Lord Ram and he was happy and pleased. And they continued living happily thereafter. So this demonstrates the Lord's purity. Our acharyas explain that our heart is like stone. Our heart is like stone. And when Lord Ram's lotus feet touches our heart, we regain our original constitutional position. So, if we allow Lord Ram to enter our heart and touch our heart, our stone-like heart will become soft like butter. So Krishna can steal it. Lord Ram, he is very grateful. He is very grateful. This is one of the most touching part of Ramayana. We know the story that how Ravan came and abducted Sita. And while he was taking Sita on his Pushpak Viman into the forest, where Sita was crying for help, there was this old bird. His name was Jatayu. So Jatayu was laying there old, waiting for his time to come. And there Sita approached him. Sita saw Jatayu lying there. She called out for help. Please help me, oh Jatayu, please help me. Now our acharyas give very interesting purport to this whole episode. Now Jatayu was very old. He was very old and he could have very easily said, Sita, sorry, I can't help you. I'm old. And don't worry, you go. I'll tell Ram where you're gone. So it is explained that Jatayu saw this as an opportunity to serve Lord Shri Ram. He saw this opportunity that I have given this opportunity to surrender. So let me not ask why I should surrender. Let me ask how I should surrender. So Jatayu just leaped and he attacked Ravan. And Ravan was very powerful, young. But it is explained, Valmiki Raman explains that Jatayu gave such a hard time to Ravan. With his wings he was slapping him, and in fact he fell from his throne. He was so disturbed. And Ravan came down and started punching Jatayu. He started punching again and again, and then he took his sword and he cut off his wings. He cut off his wings, and then Jatayu in that bloody state, he was still trying to save Sita. Sita, seeing this, she wanted to go and embrace Jatayu and give him some comfort, because he did all these things to save her. So Ravan came from back and just dragged Sita from there and took her away. Now Jatayu in that state is lying there, almost half dead. Now our acharyas explain, this is how we should be when it comes to devotional service. The question should never be why I should surrender. Do this service, Prabhu. Why me? Why not him? Why not her? They are more advanced than me. So Jatayu had all the reasonings. And everybody in the world would have understood. Old person, it's okay. He couldn't help anyways. So why he had to unnecessarily die? But he gave his life. He gave his life to protect Sita. So just after some time, Lord Ram came searching for Sita, and there he sees this big, huge vulture bird lying there. And Ram misunderstood him. Said, oh, maybe this vulture may have attacked and killed and eaten Sita. So Ram goes with his sword and about to kill, and then suddenly Jatayu says, stop, what are you doing? I'm not your enemy. So then Jatayu narrated the whole story to Lord Ram. Lord Ram had tears in his eyes. Lord Ram had tears in his eyes thinking about the situation. Said, my dear devotee, you have taken so much pain. Lord Ram says to Lakshman, Sita haranam ja dukkham name soma tatagatam. That Sita's haranam, that Sita's abduction is not causing me so much pain. Yatha vinasho griddasya matkrita cha parantapa. The fact that my dear devotee, this Jatayu, he's given his life to save Sita, that is causing me more dukkha. That is causing me more pain, my dear Lakshman. Today I declare that this Jatayu, I am sending this Jatayu back to Godhead. And in fact, Lord Ram, showing his gratitude, he performed the last rites for Jatayu. It is interesting because there are two reasons why Lord Jatayu got the favor of the Lord. One is because he protected Sita. Second, there was an incident that goes many, many years ago. When Ayodhya, one time, there was drought in Ayodhya. So Dashrath Maharaj called the priests and they said it is because of the influence of the demigod Shani. So Dashrath Maharaj got on his chariot and he just went straight to the planet of Shani. As he approached this demigod Shani, he saw Dashrath Maharaj approaching and he just looked at Dashrath. And Dashrath fell from his chariot. And he was falling. And there he saw our friend Jatayu was there. That time he was very young. He saw Dashrath Maharaj and he went and he saved Dashrath Maharaj. In fact, he extended one of his wings and Dashrath Maharaj fell on his wings. And Dashrath Maharaj then, again both of them went and they again approached Shani. Now this time this demigod, upon seeing the determination of Dashrath Maharaj, he gave up. And Ayodhya was saved. So Dashrath Maharaj was so pleased with Jatayu, he said, ask for a boon. Dashrath Maharaj did this a couple of times and got into trouble. Ask for a boon. Now without knowing what Jatayu was going to ask, Jatayu said, your first son, after your first son is born, you give it to me. And Dashrath Maharaj at that time thought, I don't have a son right now, so okay. But then later on, we can see Lord Ram did not forget this service that Jatayu had performed for Dashrath. So he performed the role of a son, right? Because he cremated Jatayu's body. That is the glory of Lord Sri Ramachandra. One other aspect of Lord Ram is his forgiving nature. We have 7 minutes before the curtain closes. So, stay awake. What I'm about to say is the highlight. Because this verse was personally spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This Lord's forgiving nature. We know the episode when Vibhishan came to see Lord Ram. There was a big discussion, very sweet discussion. We don't have time for that. Where Lord Ram approached Sugriva, Lord Ram approached Jambavan, Lord Ram finally approached Hanuman. What we should do? Because everybody gave different reasons. Oh, we should not accept Vibhishan because he's a spy, who knows why he has come. Hanuman was the one who gave the best reason that you should protect. So Lord Ram, in fact a little sidebar here, just so that you understand the capacity of Lord Ram. Lord Ram was managing this huge army of monkeys. So Ravana sent his spies, 2 spies, to give an idea, to get an idea of what the army looks like. So these spies went there and they saw this huge monkey army and they came and reported to Ravan. Ravan said, so how big are they? So they started scratching their head. They said, first I have to explain to you Vedic maths. Vedic mathematics. So he said, what do you mean by that? He said, let me explain. So you'll get an idea of how big this army is. So hear this carefully. So Sahara is the name of this, one of the spy. He says, 100 lakhs. Lakh in India or in Vedic times is 100,000. So you can get an idea. So 100 lakhs is 1 crores. Now he is giving a description of how many monkeys are there. 100 lakhs is 1 crores. 1,000 such crores make 1 Shanku. 100,000 Shanku is 1 Mahashanku. Now hear this carefully. 100,000 Mahashanku is 1 Vrinda. 100,000 Vrinda is 1 Padma. 1 lakh or 100,000 Padma is 1 Mahapadma. You with me? He is telling this to Ravan, by the way. 100,000 Mahapadma is 1 Kharva. 100,000 Kharva is 1 Mahakharva. 100,000 Mahakharva is 1 Samudra. 100,000 samudra is one ogre. 100,000 ogre is one maha ogre. So like this there were 100 crore maha ogre monkeys. So you figure this out. First of all, trying to find a space. That was Lord Ram's army, monkey armies. And by the way, he managed it very efficiently. We have trouble managing few, 10, 15 here and there. That shows Lord Ram's power. 100 crore maha ogres. Now you have to figure out how many zeros it will be. That many number of monkeys were there in Lord Ram's army. So Ravan, you could imagine. And that's why they said, first you have to explain to you how the math, because if you would have said this 100 crore maha ogres, they were like, what's the problem? But this is how it is. So we are talking about forgiveness. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Madhya Leela, 22nd chapter, he speaks this prayer, which was personally recited by Lord Shri Ram. And it's a famous verse, right? Sakrit deva prapanno yas tavasmiti cha yacchate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadami etad ratam mama. This is Lord Ram. When he accepted Vibhishan, Lord Ram spoke this verse. Lord Ram said that Sakrit, even once if you come before me, Lord Ram is saying, even once before you come before me and you say, my dear Lord, today I am yours. Let's do this. Everybody, hold your erect. My dear Lord Shri Ram, today I am yours. Did you mean it? Even if you don't mean it. Lord Ram says, Prabhupada translates this, Prabhupada is very beautiful. Prabhupada says, it is my vow that if only once if you surrender unto me by saying, my dear Lord, from this day I am yours, and prays for me for courage, I shall immediately award courage to that person, and he will always remain safe from that time on. So this is the Lord's promise. Even if enemy, Lord Ram is saying, even if enemy comes to me, even if Ravan comes to me right now and says, he begs for forgiveness, I will protect him. I will give him all protection. So this is the prayer we have to offer today on Lord Ram's appearance day. For all the misgivings for all the offenses that I have done, for all the sinful activities that I have committed, life after life after life, my dear Lord, please forgive me. Please accept me. I am yours. Hare Krishna. We have 2 minutes. We should all offer these prayers to Shishya Kisore Kisori. Shri Ram Navami Mahamotsav ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande. Please don't miss this opportunity. Offer this prayer. My dear Lord Shri Ram, I am yours today. Hare Krishna.